Okay, I think we're live. Yes, we are. What do I sound like? Okay, I think we're live. Way better. Okay. What's up, everybody? New edition. I picked up a little mini Blue Yeti microphone, so audio quality should be way better now. Good old Facebook Marketplace find. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up? How's your guys' weekend been? Good to see you, Karen, Amar, Derek, Dreambert, Frozen Rose, Michael, Justin, Kai, what's up? Marcy, good to see you. Amanda, welcome back in. Joe, good to see you. Appreciate you guys all tuning in back. Sorry about what happened yesterday. Not entirely sure why, but my little internet adapter just decided to not work at all anymore. It was very strange. So, better now that you're live. Oh boy. Miss you, Freddie. Miss all you guys. Shoot. So we've got the rest of the Eldorado Duke tornado video. There's like 6 minutes left in it. And then I'll probably just be on here to hang out for a while. I probably won't stay on too long. I'm not feeling the best right now. Kind of my own fault, but probably won't be on here for too long, but I didn't want to leave it on a huge cliffhanger because we kind of cut off the video right around the peak of the Intercept. So, and then there was kind of some stuff that I wanted to kind of explain more as to why we didn't follow it and where our head was at. So, Garrett is cooking right now. Is he stuffing the sink with bell peppers? I would expect nothing less. Thank you, Amanda and Sherry. I appreciate it. Awesome. All right, so this is... Oh, sorry. So this is about where we left off in the video. We're about 9 minutes in. Because I was showing you guys the comparison between Garrett's point of view and my point of view, which was this. So that's kind of where we had left off, and we were talking about how strong these winds were and that why I was so concerned we were going to get rolled, and then had we gotten rolled, we would have gotten run over by this thing as it fully condensed, because it fully condensed as it crossed the road. So bell peppers are getting stuffed as we speak. Nice. Have your mom show you the pics I sent her? I will after the stream. So, at this point, just kind of picking up where we left off. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go grab a hat because my hair looks absolutely ridiculous. So, give me a moment here. Shout out Vax Velocity here. I lost my 1 million hat. I don't know where it went. So anyway, back to what I was saying before. At this point, as we were leaving, my one thought was that we were going to get flipped. And I was just like thinking, we're screwed, we're screwed, we're screwed. Until I saw another chaser sitting over there, or kind of further down this road, And that kind of gave me a sense of, like, a peace of mind a little bit. I was like, okay, whoever this is isn't going to get themselves run over, so, like, we're probably good.
We are right in this path.
And this is the house that it took out down here, if you guys saw that.
We are right in this path.
You can kind of see that little bit of debris. That's the one house that it took out, and that's how it got its EF2 rating, was because it hit that house. Completely leveled it, but it was just a very poorly built, kind of weak structure, so I think that was their reasoning for going EF2, but everyone that was there knows it was way stronger than EF2. So kind of my mental process at this point, it was pure adrenaline. I was like, holy crap, like we just got so close to something so powerful. Hadn't really had that many super close encounters with tornadoes yet at this point. I was just starting to get my feet wet with, you know, close encounter intercepts.
Took out something in there. Building or something. You can hear the roar.
And this is the look it's remembered for. That big white cylinder. At this point, though, after the initial kind of shock and awe and adrenaline wore off, I don't think either of us, Garrett nor myself, really wanted to get close to it. I remember us being very apprehensive because from where we were, we sat to the west of it for a while before we decided to move again. Because for one, our Starlink and our antennas and everything else was messed up. But also, I was just kind of getting sketched out by everything. Like, we were sitting there long enough to where we actually sort of had outflow on the backside of the supercell. But there was another storm that looked like it was trying to develop behind us. So I started freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, is there another tornado about to drop on us? Like, I was wigging out a little bit. And once this thing got rain wrapped, I wanted nothing to do with it. Like, at that point, I was pretty much ready to be done chasing for the day because the initial adrenaline wore off, and it's like, wow, that was really stupid on my part. Like, that could have ended differently if I had waited, 20, 30 seconds. But anyway, let me go back to the correct video here. Yeah, at that point I was just high on adrenaline, celebrating that we'd made it out. Larea, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, and welcome to everybody who just got one of those. Thank you so much.
Took out something in there. Building or something. You can hear the roar. Multi-vortex, buildings. Strong tornado.
But see, we sat there for a while. Had this been the majority of other chases, we would have immediately flipped around and got right back on that.
We don't have an east option. I don't know if we can keep up with it.
Directly off this road, I was correct. There was no east option. Larea, thank you again for gifting another 5 memberships. Thank you so much.
Still kind of see it in there.
W. Larea is in the chat, guys. And this is when it started to get that look a little bit more.
It's coming into visibility again. Gosh, why does 6 have to be closed? Horizontal vortices.
Horizontal vortices. That's how you could tell it was really getting violent too. Man, the camera we used to shoot video with was terrible.
Okay. Okay. This thing is huge, dude. I don't know about road options though, because 6 is closed.
We're not going to be able to go. The only way we're going to be able to go is north.
I don't know if I want to do that.
And there was no reason to be apprehensive to go north at that point. I mean, the tornado was well east, but I was just... I was starting to replay what had just happened in my head.
What's the fastest way to get there?
North.
Okay.
And it really started to develop that look. I know there were several chasers who kept up on it, like Connor and Ben did a great job. But this area right here, sorry, where these power poles are down in here, this is right, this grass area, this is right where we were parked. So it crossed directly through there. And you could tell at the point that it crossed the road, it likely wasn't as strong as it was over here because these trees hadn't been like completely debarked or anything. Further leading credibility to my idea that had I zip tied a camera to one of these fence posts right here, zip tied and flex taped the crap out of our 360 camera, I think it would have survived. When it was in this stage, no. But prior to that, when it was kind of intensifying, it was not a weak tornado by any means. These little trees can actually be quite strong. But yeah, no, I definitely think the camera would have survived. For sure. Yep, thank you again, Larea. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to smash the like button if you're enjoying this series that I'm trying to do here. Joe, welcome to the OGs. Everyone's green in chat. This is great. But I do remember at some point there was concern that this thing would actually go into Altus. Because I don't remember at what point. It was obviously after this, but the tornado did get fully rain wrapped, and I think it did expand to a significantly wider form. Generally, old trees are strong. Yep, you're not wrong. But we were just kind of slowly moseying our way up north on 34, and then eventually there was an east option, and we started to take it, but we just got too sketched out because it was rain wrapped and, you know, obviously a violent tornado based on radar signatures, so we weren't feeling it. There at some point we lost visual. Larea, thank you for gifting another 10 memberships, and welcome to everybody who just got one of those. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Larea, for your continued support of the channel. Again, I said this last time because it just keeps recommending the most recent video on the SRM channel. First of all, I doubt any of you aren't subscribed, but subscribe. Continue to support Garrett's efforts, obviously. Second off, check out this video that Garrett got of this dust storm. Isn't that insane? Incredible work by G-Man. So that was it, pretty much, actually. Now, into a little bit of story time, some of which was streamed. Y'all remember the day, I mean, no offense to Connor, but in 2024, he did have a bit of a reputation for getting stuck. One of the times he got stuck, like really, really stuck, was this night. Like an hour and a half after the tornado lifted. Because after After it got rain wrapped, we attempted to go north and east, got too sketched out, decided to turn back around, go south, and then go east again, start taking dirt roads. At that point, we were done chasing. Like, we had lost the storm completely. Then we heard in our chat that Connor was stuck somewhere. So I was trying to call him, couldn't get through to him. Eventually he called me back, and he's like, yeah, I got somebody else here who might be able to help me. It was Clint Hendricks was there. That's who it was. That was who Connor was trying to move out of the way for, because he thought Clint was trying to get around him, when in reality I think Clint was just sitting right behind him, just to be sitting behind him. But then Connor being Connor, sorry bro, I love you, but Connor being 2024 Connor drove into the ditch. Kind of voluntarily. I mean, you couldn't see it. It was a terrible road. I mean, if he didn't get stuck where he was, one or both of them was going to slide off at some point, especially with the tires he had, because I don't think at the time he was running all-terrain tires yet. Actually, I'm almost positive he wasn't. So, well, even then, it was one of those roads where even we were completely sliding. Like, we didn't really have much of a prayer the way we were trying to get him unstuck. But in a weird way, I'm very thankful that happened, because I really needed that distraction, because prior to that, like, all I was doing was replaying it over and over when I felt the car kind of lift up a little bit, because I felt it lift up on the left side. I don't know if we actually broke tire contact or not, but I know it was pretty damn close. And so I just kept thinking about that over and over. I'm just like, I'm like, what was I thinking? We could have died. What was I thinking? So the fact that I had something else to focus on, like I was putting all my mental effort into getting Connor out of the ditch, which I wasn't even successful. I spent 4 hours trying, and I wasn't even successful. With the knowledge that I have now, I would have had him out of there in 10 minutes. But I didn't have the proper rope, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had, like, shoelace knotted my static rope around his control arm and was trying to pull him back. What I should have done was mount to the rear, have him keep the engine off. So, like, that was another thing. We were worried about the engine dipping into the water because, you know, you get water into your intake, that this destroy an engine that way. Like, obviously that was our concern, but, like, pretty simple solution to that. At least for temporary measure, even if it's just in deep water for a few seconds, shut the engine off. Leave it in neutral. If I had one of my longer ropes, I could have been all the way out on the pavement and used one of those kinetic ropes, the ones that stretch and kind of snap back in place. Would have had him out easy. But we got there trying to get him out of the ditch. We arrived there probably about 7:30, 7:45. Or maybe it was closer to like 8:30. But we were there till about midnight, trying to get him out of the ditch, trying a bunch of different things. Tried pulling him back out, tried pulling him forward, almost got ourselves stuck at that point. Levi, what's up, man? But yeah, we tried everything. When we finally decided to give up, that is when I realized that my rope was knotted completely tight around his control arm and there was no saving it. So had to leave it there for the night. And then we piled, because Garrett and I used to carry a lot of stuff. Like, the 4Runner was already very full. We didn't have a lot of room for anything. Especially because we still had the car camping set up in 2024. We didn't ditch it until 2025. Because 2024 we still did a bit of car camping. 2023 was definitely when we did the most, because, you know, we were just trying to make ends meet. I mean, we were getting hotels every other night, and that was kind of a planned thing. Even if we had like a good day, we were like, no, we need to sleep in the car. So, which, side note, the 4Runner has like probably an unbelievable amount of idle hours because of that. I don't even want to know how many. But anyway, we eventually give up on his car, and we pile him and Ben and their stuff somehow all into the 4Runner. Oh, jeez, sorry. And then we were trying to figure out where to stay, because Altus doesn't have a lot of good hotel options, especially for what our budget was back then. Ended up just saying screw it, and we paid like $200 for a Hampton hotel room. Ended up having to get them a room as well because at the time both of them were under 21. Like those two, those are the youngins, Connor and Ben. They're not really. I mean, Connor's like a year and 2 months younger than me, but still. Garrett and I had to check them into their room, and then the next morning we all went back out to go get his car out because we ended up calling a tow truck. Then the following day, I was freaking out because I thought that, no, Levi, you and your friends are the actual youngins. I was just kidding about Connor and them. But the next day, as soon as we get the car out of the ditch, we're like, okay, we need to go wash out the wheels because you get a bunch of mud packed into your wheels. You're going to get that speed wobble. So we went, power washed it, and it still had the speed wobble. So I'm thinking, like, oh my God, like I pulled his control arm like out of wherever it bolts to or something. Like I was thinking that I broke his car, and so I was ready to ditch the chase, like the next day's chase, because I felt so bad. I was like, no, I'm gonna sit here with you guys at the shop to like make sure. Like, I can't afford to fix this, but, like, I at least feel the responsibility that if I cooked your chase by pulling on the control arm too hard, that I don't deserve to chase either. Turns out there was just a lot of freaking mud packed into those passenger side wheels because it sat in that muddy, watery embankment all evening. Or all night, actually. So it was fine. But that was a very stressful 24 hours, for sure. What an idiot. I mean, if you were talking about me, that's fair. I did not know what I was doing. I should not have been pulling on his car. So, anyway, that was that day. And then this was the beginning of quite an intense stretch. Actually, no, it wasn't even the beginning. This was the middle of a very intense stretch. May 21st to May 26th was probably one of the craziest stretches in my chase career. Because May 21st, we had the Iowa tornado outbreak. And then May 23rd, we had this. May 24th was sort of a bust. We got storms, but no tornado. May 25th, we got a tornado that didn't really make sense. Like, there was one tornado we were definitely following. We were sitting ourselves right in front of it, and then I bailed north to get out of the way. Bad move. Then went east. So the tornado on radar, and to our knowledge, is to our south. And all of a sudden we come across a house that got absolutely slabbed on the road we were on, like well north of where the circulation should have been. So at some point, there was another circulation that just spun up. And we were the first. That was the only time I have been the first person on the scene with like several minutes lead time. We were the only chasers there. And I was running around trying to see if anybody was in the house because the roof was all collapsed. I mean, half the walls had been taken out. It was pretty significant damage. Family ended up being in the basement. They were fine. But that was May 25th. May 26th was the southern Missouri tornado outbreak with the one storm that perfectly followed. What is that? Highway 62 down there? US 60, US 62? I'm going to look this up. Give me 1 second here, folks. US 60 down there. Because we followed that storm pretty much from Willow Springs, Mountain View area, all the way out to Poplar Bluff. Got like 4 tornadoes close range on all of them. That was a pretty intense day. These are all days we can go back and look at, by the way. I mean, we could technically do another one tonight, but I don't know. I know that I'm on West Coast time, so like it's getting pretty late for everybody else. W had as well. Max Velocity would approve. Yeah, I would hope so. I talked to Max a couple weeks ago. Still try to stay in touch with him every now and then. Do my best to stay in touch with everyone. Hey, what's up, Crystal? So how's everybody been doing? We can just make this kind of a little back and forth chat since we've gone through the remainder of the Eldorado day and kind of given a rough timeline for everything else that happened. How is everybody? Been good, busy trying to make money for a car. Yeah, I've been busy trying to make money to pay for my car, so I feel you. You still shooting for a WRX? Well, I appreciate that, Amanda. Amar, I am. I feel like I'm doing pretty well. With it. There are certain times where I'm like, yeah, I still have a lot to learn, but I've been doing better recently. So I'm thankful that I found a place where I get along well with my coworkers. They seem to like me decently enough. Everyone's super nice. I get to work on cars every now and then. Very minor stuff, but still. It's the other arena of stuff that I enjoy besides weather. I'm sorry to hear about that, Frozen Rose. Doing good for an old man? Well, that's good to hear, Michael. Glad to hear you're recovering, Marcy. On vacation in Louisville, Kentucky. Beautiful area. Thankfully, no storms. Louisville, Kentucky. Is that where I think it is? Yeah, Louisville. Louisville is where Garrett and I were beached for like 3 days because we both got infected with some stupid stomach bug and we just were bedridden, just dying. That was horrible. I literally hated everything about that. I appreciate that, Sonia. Tired of doing well, getting for a busy week. Weather's perfect in SoCal. Good to hear. That was slightly unrealistic, I guess. I mean, looking for any car that is reliable with good gas mileage other than a Prius. Shoot for an all-wheel drive Camry, man. Those Camrys are solid. Connor used to chase in one. I know Ashton chases in his. I don't know how far Ashton drives, so it's probably not a very good example. But yeah, Connor chased in a front-wheel drive Camry and did fine for himself. He covered winter storms in that thing. So yeah, all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is key, in my opinion. You don't want to go out chasing if you don't have power to all four wheels, or at least have the option to put power to all four wheels. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Stormrunner donation goes to Garrett and SRM. Someone asking? Do I get money if I donate? Do you get money if I donate to Stormrunner? No, I'm not. I'm not taking any funds from Stormrunner Media anymore. Everything that you guys contribute over there, which please definitely continue to, support him, obviously. But that's all. That's all Garrett's operations. Hank used a Camry for a while. Yeah, and he's got a RAV4 now, too. RAV4s are good, too. I just know that they can be a little bit more expensive, at least for the newer ones. If you're looking for something that might turn into a little bit more of a project, I would check out... hold on. That's where we got Garrett's car. That's where a lot of chasers get their vehicles from. They carry good used police cars, which are, compared to their citizen version counterparts, are relatively cheap. Like Ford Explorers are good. Just some of them require some modification. How often do you and G-Man connect up? We usually try to call about once a week. It's been a bit since I've called him, so I'll probably try to call him here in the next couple days, but we'll text back and forth every few days. Do I have a donation site to help with the car? Are we talking about the 4Runner? Yeah, that was what I was going to say. A lot of them in the listings, check the engine idle hours. You want to shoot for something below 1500 if possible, because idle hours are what kills a car. Highway miles are the easiest thing that a car can handle. Sitting there idling with no airflow, it's the engine's worst enemy. There's a Scales Technology Academy in Tempe. That's cool. But no, Debbie, I don't. I mean, I still like the PayPal and the Venmo and the Cash App that used to be used for Storm Runners, or the SRM donations. Those were all routed through me. I just made my personal ones dedicated to the business because my phone was just right there because I had it up for navigation, so I'd get the little notification. So it was easy for me to just thank people for the donations if it was just coming to my account. All those accounts are still open. Those are all my personal PayPal, Venmo, and Cash Apps. If you really wanted to find them, you could probably go back in some of the older streams where I was still present, and it would be linked down below. But, I mean, everything that I'm doing now is, it's my own expense. I'm not... Whoa. I'm not really looking for anything like that. Although I do appreciate it. Have I kept up with the slammed enough craziness? Sounds familiar. I've got some friends from high school who actually ended up making like pretty pretty relatively famous builds. Yeah, like see. There you go. Like that the red one. I know that guy. I went to high school with him. I played basketball with him. He is on like the cover of every like Pacific Northwest car show thing. Garrett, what's up? I almost went and I had a bunch of friends go. How's my girlfriend? She's doing good. Thank you for asking. I think she just got off work, actually. Joy, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Appreciate you guys for all the gifted memberships and, spreading the joy. Are you actually making bell peppers? That'd be so funny if you were. It would make perfect sense, but... Oh, I have such a squeaky chair, dude. Yeah, we got everybody in here with the green usernames. Yo, what's up, Luke? I saw the video you sent me on Snap. You were watching my other video. That's cool. I appreciate the support, man. Yes, we were out of Papa John's garden. Nice. That's cool. So do you live with Freddie now? Every time I check your location, I just see you're at his house. G-Man does like the peppers. That is true. Well, guys, do you wanna? Is there a different chase or video you guys would want me to kind of look over or react to or give details on? No, just been trying to get house stuff figured out since I'm here. Ah, valid. This is where the party's at? Oh yeah, big time party. May 16th of this year? Sorry. Oh, May 16th. Yes. Missouri last year. I kind of want to dedicate that to a stream in itself, because there was so much going on that day that I feel like I could talk about that one for an hour at least. Any snow one? I'm gonna do a snow stream. I'll probably save that for more around like the holiday times once we get past Thanksgiving. Doing a snow sort of reaction. I like Levi's suggestion though.
Twins on the ground.
Hold on. I gotta do something here real quick though if we're gonna do this. Oh, your birthday's coming up October 27th. Happy early birthday. Alright, I just had to make a new thumbnail real quick. If I'm gonna... Well, what the hell? It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. So, I will change the title though. Where was that tornado at, to be honest? I don't really remember. Hold on. Okay. There we go. 60 words a minute there. Yeah, I was just kind of focused on what I was doing. Oh, what the hell? What? What? That ain't what I asked to do. There we go. The Fujiwara effect. That's what this was.
Twins on the ground, 2 circulations, circulating around one another. Wow!
Yeah, what is happening over there?
Dude, it's twins!
Oh my gosh, no.
It's cool.
Yeah, I remember James Pettis, or however you say his last name. I think it's James Pettis. Anyway, he clipped that off our stream, posted it, and everyone's reaction was that the GIF from Twisters, where the guy's like twins. That's what everyone was saying.
See where he
But this, so this day,
Looks like the center of the...
this was the day that the day prior. I believe I was up chasing in Illinois. I was attempting to chase in Illinois. Did not go well. Excuse me. It didn't go well. Then I had to drive down, pick Garrett up from the airport in St. Louis. Picked him up, dropped south, only to have that EF3 tornado. You guys probably remember. That EF3 that went through part of downtown St. Louis 90 minutes after we left. That one was like, we were kind of thinking like, shoot, did we royally screw this up? Peru, Illinois. Greensburg was May 18th. It's also Jordan Hall's birthday on October 27th. I will have to remember that. I'll shoot him a message. I haven't talked to him much since I left, but I want to. I saw him and Aaron went out and covered that typhoon out in the Philippines. That's crazy. I'm not adventurous enough for that. I get anxiety being that far away from home. I'm just not that. I'm not that much of a nomad. But more power to them. Sounds like they had an incredible experience. Anyway, so as we were heading south, we were like, "Are these storms going to do it? Like they look like they're going to, but like, did we screw up? Because like we were literally just there." Now, had we been there, we very easily could have gotten caught in a bad spot. I mean, you're talking about chasing in a major metro area where there's always a decent amount of traffic, but especially traffic's going to be bad if the weather's bad and people don't know how to drive in it. You can easily get yourself caught. Easily get yourself caught. There we go. So, as we were dropping south, we were like crossing our fingers like, please let this one do it and not hit a town, obviously. And as soon as we got there, like the storm waited for us. It did not produce until we got there, and we were one of the first ones, at least in our radio network, to gain visual. And at first, when I was queuing up on the radio, being like, it's on the ground, I was getting no response. Nobody was like answering. So I'm like, what the, like, am I seeing things? I'm like, no, this is a developing tornado. And then by the time everybody saw it, we bailed south to get out of the way. And, I almost ran over Zero, Jaden's dog, because she just darted out in front of me. Thank God my brakes were good.
There's rapid motion above it. That's got to be tornadic. At the very least, that's some strong inflow, but I'm pretty sure I see.
Yeah, we did have a few airport intercepts, whether it was you picking me up or me picking you
There's a
up.
ton of dust up underneath that thing.
David, thank you for getting a membership.
You're probably closer than I am. But yeah, I can see the dust that you're talking about.
I mean, maybe it's not, but that looked real suspicious for a second. I swear I'm seeing right to left.
Here to tell you the traffic got to be really horrific. Yeah.
Dude, the inflow going into this thing is getting to the point where it's almost destructive.
David, thanks again for the membership.
The area. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. You're right. Oh, yeah, look at the cone.
Yep.
Took it being on the ground for about 3 minutes for anybody else to realize, because everyone's talking about, oh, the inflow's strong. Like, oh, I see that dust over there, whatever. I'm like, there's a tornado on the ground, and nobody would listen to Garrett and I. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, it's trying to condense right now, guys.
But at least everyone was made aware of it.
Shoot.
Oh, yeah, that's a tornado. It's down.
Got one.
I need to get east now, but I don't want to leave it.
Another thing I want to note, I would like to apologize for my clapping in this video. Every time that I was celebrating, it was prior, because there were deadly tornadoes this day, and it was just kind of bad timing. What I was reacting to what I was seeing, the tornadoes were not hitting anything. So I was excited to see them because they were just kind of going through fields, from what I could tell. Later on, like after the tornadoes that we actually got video of this day, beyond that point, there were deadly tornadoes. But then this video didn't get uploaded till the following day. So I mean, I caught a little bit of flack, understandably so, for celebrating for celebrating a tornado intercept, but you know, it was not meant to be in bad taste at all. But still, I did feel very bad about that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, Elaine. I'm glad he's okay.
That's getting close. We probably
What's it looking like? I'm approaching from the west right now.
it's just a cone. Our type of melting when it's had consistent ground circulation.
See it? Yeah, it's a cone south of Y right now. Yeah,
And at this point, you had two. This wasn't really a multi-vortex necessarily. Like these were two completely independent, relatively close. I mean, I guess technically you could say it was a multi-vortex, but like typically when you have a multi-vortex, you have a big bowl with little vortices down below it. This was like going all the way up to that main base where it's the same height all the way. You had two completely separate funnels, and one being kind of slingshotted around the other. It was pretty incredible to witness. Only time I've ever seen something like that.
Twins on the ground, two circulations, circulating around one another. Wow!
yeah, what is happening over there?
Dude, it's twins!
Oh my gosh, no.
That is cool.
Oh, here, you want to do that?
Yeah, this is a big. This might turn into a big tornado.
Dude, it's on the ground right there. There's more circulation. You know what? Do we need to back up? Because
We need to figure out how we're gonna get in front of it.
Yeah, lost visual of the cone. Did it dissipate, guys?
no, negative. No, it's right here. It's right here.
DL's pretty close range to it right now. Yeah, DL's got a good view of it.
One of the rare cases where we were one of the closer ones.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
Yeah, this is just Garrett's point of view out the window. So this was kind of the weaker spin up that it dropped, and it became much more substantial later on.
You just must be very obstructed because I saw the cone and I've got nothing now. I don't see anything.
There's literally like less than a quarter mile in front of us.
We may need to back up a little bit. Circulations, we gotta go east.
Do you see it anywhere?
It's down over there, but there's like 4 different spots. Oh, the drone. I don't see it, no.
It's straight to Autoland.
Yeah,
I see it.
Jaden lost connection of his drone because he had a drone shot of those two, but oftentimes you need the drone back in order to get the video off of it. So he was freaking out. He's like, "Where's the drone? Where's the drone?" Understandably so, because that was an incredible shot, and he did end up recovering the drone. So I'm glad he was able to do that.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh, look at that.
Man, I hope
Another time,
Neither do I.
Strong.
another time I was clapping, didn't know it was hitting anything. I'm not going to show it on stream, obviously, but look up the storm chasing channel. Actually, here, I'll go like this because I want you guys to see this video. It's pretty incredible. That was Scott Peak's video from that day. If you haven't watched it, do it. Man is a maniac. That video that he got was closer than close range, let me tell you. But, yeah.
Strong on the ground. Strong on the ground.
That thing is strong.
We didn't really get any good video, though, so I had to pull it off of the stream.
Get him a closer zoomed in shot of that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's probably.
Strong stovepipe tornado on the ground at that point. Much more significant than what we had seen close range before.
Not dead.
Wow. Wow. This is insane. Hey, you're good to go. Come on, wait till we're past the tree. You should have a beautiful shot of it now.
It's gonna cross the highway. It's gonna cross 55 here. I'm about to intercept.
Big old branches down.
Look at that, Chad. Look at that tornado.
I'm gonna do close range and the signal's in my car right now.
Yeah, you heard him. You heard Scott on the radio saying, I'm in a close range. If you guys watch that video, you'll see what he meant by close range. My God. God, the exposure was all off in this shot too, but this is a significant tornado. The video that we got really just didn't do it justice. It was
Good job, guys. That thing is a
Debris in the air. Debris in the air.
Debris in the air.
Debris.
Don't get
You can
up
record
on the
on there.
road. It's 0, then a 0 meter. Yeah, I mean, still a pretty nice debris field.
Here, I can hold it. I might be able to get him a better angle at the window there.
Absolutely reinvigorate itself here shortly. I'm trying to get to 55.
this is so bad. This is so bad. Did I ever fix it? Yeah, I think I fixed it at some point. Yeah, there it went. But at that point, you could barely even see it. Oh yeah, and this is the hail core intercept later in the day. You can see all the hail you're just getting absolutely annihilated by. And there's D3. I almost smacked into D3 just because I couldn't tell. Because we were core punching and then came out under the tornadic circulation, basically. So I'm looking all over the place. I'm following Brandon. And I go to get in because we have 2 lanes, obviously. You just saw D3 pass us. I didn't know they were behind me. They came flying up behind me. So I'm just like, I didn't use my turn signal or anything. I just kind of mosey on over to the left lane. And then Brandon's like, watch out, Storm Runner. And I look behind it. And it's Reed like coming up. And I was like, oh, shoot, my bad. And then local man weather just gives me the death stare as they drove by. It was really funny. I mean, it was my bad. I was the one who almost ran into him, but it was
Oh, damn it. Oh, God. Oh, no, they keep hitting right in front of the camera.
Oh, I see him. Oh, I see him.
I'll see if I can pull up the actual stream from this day and we can look at it a little bit more. No. Did I put the wrong date in here? I did. I have this titled wrong. Hold on. I'm actually going to edit that real quick. There we go. There we go. Where was it? Oh my God, driving over these bridges.
But once it doesn't.
At this point, I just want to make sure I'm not run over by anything.
Because we had the circulation like right up here. It was kind of trying to cycle.
Okay, the rotation's weakened from the last time I had a visual, so I feel a little bit better now.
Yeah, I think you're okay. Like I said, the radar presentation is not quite accurate at the moment.
Okay, I haven't looked at radar in a minute, and I was just looking at the clouds, and I did see some decent right to left.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously
This bridge is terrifying. Get me the hell down.
Almost like.
Yeah, so this was the first bridge we went over. We made it before being overtaken by the RFD, but then we didn't make it on the second one.
I'm gonna accident. Jesus. Yeah, I actually see you coming up on me, Connor. It's bad. And no, so there's one lead car up here, and I think they're scared to go under the rain here because they just keep going up and down, up and down,
At
up
least
and
with
down.
this, at least here we're gonna do this to it, so we're gonna curve down.
I am in strong RFD on a bridge. I feel like I'm in a nightmare right now. I hate this so much.
I'm getting, my heart's racing just watching this. I remember how much I hated this.
The biggest hail.
I'm not worried about that.
You know, the biggest hail is 200. So it's not wrapping in here. So that's an encouraging sign.
Do this freaking box truck. Get the hell out of the way.
I think 7 cars ahead of Connor. I don't even know where I am right now, except that I'm about to cross the river and I'm just aggravated. Oh, we're going 70 back here. I don't know why they're going so slow. It's fine. Yeah, because you're far enough behind the river. I guess the chasers aren't there. But once you get up here, it's not good.
Yeah, because then you're gonna turn that way.
Yeah, so this storm, from what I remember, we eventually stopped following it east.
We're not. I gotta get around this guy.
But halfway into Kentucky, it produced a significant tornado. Multiple significant tornadoes, including one that was rather deadly. It hit a town at night. I forget what town that was. Max did excellent coverage of it. I'm sure Ryan did as well.
I mean, I was spooked. I couldn't see. I was on that bridge. I did not like that.
But yeah, that was insane for sure. Trying to find where. Yeah, this is where we get cored pretty bad. Whoa! Thanks, Mom, for the super chat. That's awesome. I appreciate it. My #1 fan, no matter what. I am very blessed, guys. W Mom in the chat. Thank you. Thanks for letting me live in your house for a little bit, too, while I get back on my feet. I really appreciate it. Much love. I always liked how the roof camera picked up hail.
Dom, there you go.
Oh no! Oh! Oh! Damn it! Oh god! Oh no! They keep hitting right in front of the camera.
Oh, I see him. Oh, I see him.
There's some tennis balls in here, from what I remember for sure.
Camera is dead. Like,
Oh, and there's one down there. Right next to you.
visibility, I can't quite. Here, Brandon.
Yeah, so I think as I kind of started to come up here, the
I can't see.
rain curtains were moving a lot more. Because at some point I pull off, yeah, because you had these leaves falling out of the sky.
On that highway, it's not going to cross until a little bit further up, looking at radar.
There it is right there. There's your new update.
2-4 warning, back. I am getting so sick of people driving 45 on the
It's all being,
interstate
one's
right
all
now.
being pulled in.
I know, I just don't want to drive into it.
It's still south of the road. Well, we
But
can follow
my
the-
problem was, yeah, it was south of the road, but look at the angle of the freeway right here. It takes you southeast. You'd have to eventually jot in front of where it crossed. Luke, thanks for coming, or thanks for becoming an OG. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support.
I don't know what they mean it's going to cross. Yeah, it's going to
But
cross.
thanks for
down
coming
here,
into the
I
stream,
agree,
too.
but
That's what I was
we
trying
gotta
to
go
say,
that way,
but-
too. So,
Thanks on both counts.
Ramping rain bands are in front of us right now, DL. It would be somewhere close.
that's why I stopped, because it was like a sharp cutoff there about 30 seconds ago between like I could see and then rapid curves. But I don't know. I get very uncomfortable when I can't see. If I can see it, I'll get close to it. But
No, that's my suggestion. I was pull over.
No, I agree with you. I am not in opposition to you right now. I'm not fond of the position we're in. We might want to keep just getting south. Okay, opening over here. I can't see anything in front of us.
I can't see it.
At some point, Garrett gets visibility of the tornado. I never actually saw the thing, which is why I was kind of in panic mode.
yeah,
Popping up back there, you guys? Can you see sky back there? There's Dawn.
Again, the said tornado would be almost paralleling the highway. It's still south of the highway. There's still a couplet. And
right.
it could easily be down based on radar.
I just had a clear look. I cannot definitively say anything. Look, and, oh yeah, yep, there's a funnel right there. Yep, there's a
It
funnel.
would either be off to our right now.
Yep, I saw a
I'm
funnel.
not 100% sure.
There's a funnel in there.
I think our roof camera was broken too at that point, so I couldn't actually point in the direction I needed to.
Watch out, DL. They're trying to get by you.
yeah, that's my fault.
Yeah, that you just heard that. That was when I almost ran into D3 because I was so
There was.
trying to
We'll see if it's still there.
figure out where the stupid funnel was. I didn't see the big tank rolling up on me.
Yeah. Just kidding. I see it. I see it. Yep, it's down.
Tornado down, according to Garrett.
Yeah, it's down back there. It's going to pass right behind us. We need to get off this exit.
Yep, it's right there. Tornado in progress, chat. Tornado in progress. I just seen the damn thing. It's fully condensated. It's fully condensated.
Yeah, that is Copic that I'm following. I did not like our positioning on this at all.
Unless it decides to just give those little quick little up downs, but it was there.
We're clear of it on this exit.
Hey, what's up? My wife has joined the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We had the Dominator tailing our Camry for 20 minutes on this storm. Yeah, that's how you know you're in the right spot.
We're clear of it on
The
this
Dom's
exit.
tailing you.
I have no
Thank
idea.
you. I thought I cooked with the thumbnail a little bit.
It's right there.
That's not for this chase anymore. I finished doing that one. I'm just doing this one as a bonus before I call it a night.
What exit did you get off on?
I can't see it.
It's down here, that's why.
I have no idea.
Just stick with them. It's down there. I'm telling you right now. It is down
Yeah,
here.
tornado in progress. Definite tornado in progress.
It's back there.
Okay.
Can't see a damn thing.
We just need to get south.
It's over there, guys. Trust me on that.
It's to our north, guys, so don't get afraid of the RFD and stuff. I'm gonna curve up this road here. And see if
No,
I
you
can
didn't
get
actually
there.
miss a wedding.
I mean, it left. It might have lifted.
That's just how I refer to her. Future wife is more accurate.
What exit did you guys get off
Oh,
on?
you're over there. Can't see. It's over. It could be right there. Is where that was poking down at.
And at this point, it had lifted. And I believe that was the last time we saw anything that was immediately tornadic for the rest of the day. If I remember correctly. There was one other storm that looked really, really interesting. Up until we got to it, and at that point we were like, okay, the day's kind of over.
I don't see anything on the ground right now. Strong wind, but I am not seeing any ground contact.
Dang it, it lifted. This is a good thing. And we're near. We got off on the Blackhawk exit, Jordan.
The what?
And we're near. We got off on the Blackhawk exit, Jordan.
Alright, the circulation right here next to us, guys.
It was down. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, this is it right next to us.
If I could have taken a picture, I would have.
Up to the north, or do we need to go back south?
Just continue down this road a little ways, just watch right off to our right.
Anyway, at this point, I'm not adding much. I'm just sitting here watching it along with you guys. At least when I go into these streams, I have a certain amount like mentally prepared, like that I want to talk about. But then when I do stuff like that, I'm just sitting there watching it, kind of reliving it. So, yeah. And watch everything that he's done. Yeah. Yeah, she watched quite a bit. I'm sure she remembers tuning in right as we lost our windows on the Morton day. That was probably a great experience for sure. Big old jet engine outside. It was scary, even for us. I was just trying not to lose an eye. Did we make it to 100 likes? Ah, we got close. We got close. It's alright. I mean, it's late on a Sunday night for most. So. But yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Thought you guys were going to get impaled. Me too! That was scary for us mods in chat that day. Yeah, well, that will be another video. See if this loads. I'm gonna hope that the audio isn't cutting out this time. If it is, I'm sorry that we keep ending stuff like this. But this is why I need a new computer. Granted, it was totally my fault that I unplugged it. But this thing overheats like that. And because it got turned off, now it won't turn back on because it's way too hot. I want to build a new computer. I just can't afford to. So at some point, I'll get around to doing that. Maybe. Hopefully next year. But we'll see. But yeah, so once again, I'm having to end the stream like this, and I'm very sorry. But thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in again for the second half of the Eldorado review. And also we threw in a little bonus that I probably wouldn't have done a stream on its own, but we also did the May 16th from this year, so thank you, Levi, for suggesting that one. Again, sorry that we keep having technical difficulties. We have a microphone at least, but now I just need to work on not unplugging the computer with my foot so that we don't run into issues where I can't turn it back on because it's running too hot. So, because it's got like a automatic like blocker in there. I've got it to where once the computer's on, I will not allow the computer to shut itself off. But turning it on, it has to meet a certain threshold. So anyway, I am gonna call it a night, I think. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be back with another stream. I don't know when, to be honest. Maybe on Saturday or Sunday, like about a week from now. Maybe I'll have time to do one like midweek. I might. We'll see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for everybody that gifted memberships or became members today. Thank you to my mom for the super chat. Wasn't expecting that. So I really just appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging out. I mean, I appreciate the monetary support, but at the end of the day, it's just about me getting to hang out with you guys. Those of you that are still sticking around on this channel, it means a lot to me. I miss you guys. I really do. So it's nice to be able to hang out with you, time and again, even if it's just rewatching old content until I come up with something better. So hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys have a good week. And I will catch you guys next time.